I think we should start now. Is the screen visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We have already started with our mathematical logic unit, that is unit 1 from section 1. In that, these are the contents of this unit, and from that we have come to introduction, then statements and notations, uh, then connectives. I think we have seen connectives on that day in the first lecture. We'll see statements are what? Statements are declarative sentences. Okay, means they have any truth value, either true or false. So we have seen already with the examples what are the statements and what are not. Okay, so Paris is in France. We have seen this example. This is the statement, or we call it as a proposition. Its truth value is true. Okay, it is a statement, means we are declaring something, that is Paris is in France. Second, we have seen London is in Denmark. Its truth value is false. Okay, though it is a statement, but its truth value is false, either true or false. It is having something value to it. So, London is in Denmark is also the statement. Then 2 less than 4, another example we have seen. 2 less than 4 is also a statement which is having the truth value true. And 4 is equal to 7. It is having uh, truth value as false. But as we are declaring something, it is a statement. Okay. Then which are not the statements or propositions, that the examples also we have seen. Pragati, please mute your mic. What is your name? This is a question. It is not a proposition, or it is not a statement. Then do your homework. It is a command. It is not a statement. Then this sentence is false. This sentence is false. We can call it as a uh, statement or proposition. But what is the problem then? We cannot say either it is true or it is false. Means this, what is that this say, that we don't know. So this sentence is false. We don't know its truth value. So it is not a proposition or a statement. Okay. Then x is an even number. Again, x, what is the value of x? That we don't know. So that x may be an odd number or an even number. But we cannot define now what is that value, and either this statement is true or false. So x is an even number is also not a statement. Like this, the examples we have seen. Then we have seen the connectives, that negation is there, conjunction, that is P and Q. Then disjunction is there, P or Q. Then implication, that is P implies Q. If P, then Q. And biconditional is there, P if and only if Q. Okay. Then exclusive or, exclusive nor, that is XOR and XNOR. These are also the examples, okay? But basic connectives are 5. In that, negation is there, conjunction, disjunction, implication, and biconditional, okay? Then we have seen truth tables for each, okay? If logical identity, true, true, false, false. And in negation, what is there? If P is true, negation P is false. If P is false, negation P is true. Then we have seen and truth table for and, that is logical conjunction operation. Okay. Then P and Q are the two propositions there. If P and Q both are having the truth values true, then and then only P and Q is true. Otherwise, true means one is false, one is true, or both are false. In that case, it is not true. Means P and Q is false in the case that one of the propositions or both the propositions are false. Then next is logical disjunction. Logical disjunction is again we have two propositions P and Q, and one of the propositions of the two propositions are true. Both are true or one of the propositions is true. In that case, P or Q or P disjunction Q is true. In the case that both are false, then and then only this logical disjunction is false. Then exclusive disjunction, that is XOR. Okay, the XOR operation. What is there in XOR case? If both the propositions are true or both the propositions are false, then P XOR Q is false. If either of the propositions is true, then the P XOR Q is true. Okay, means one is for true, P is true, Q is false, then P XOR Q is true. P is false, Q is true, then also P or Q is P XOR Q is true. Okay. What about then XNOR operation? It is XOR. Okay. XNOR is exactly opposite of XOR operation. Means if both are true or both are false, in that case P XNOR Q is true. Okay. And if both are different, means P is true and Q is false, or P is false, Q is true, in that case P XNOR Q is false. Another basic operation we have like this is the P biconditional Q. Here we have seen P biconditional. It is also known as equality. Okay. Logical equality or P XNOR Q. Here we can see this logical equality is also known as P XNOR Q because it is opposite of this XOR. Okay. What is there in logical equality or logical biconditional? If both are true or both are false, then this P biconditional Q is true. Okay. In the case that P is true, Q is false, or P is false, Q is true, this P biconditional is false. Getting? And the remaining one is logical implication. Sorry, it was some noise here. Logical implication is there. Uh, so in logical implication, same two propositions are there, P and Q. In the case that P is true and Q is false, then only P implies Q is false. Okay, the first proposition is true and second proposition is false. In that case only P implies Q is false. In all other cases, it is true. Okay, we can see in the truth table, true and false. First one is true, second one is false, then P implies Q is false. If P, then Q. Okay, if P, then Q. On this condition, this implication is there. If P, then Q. If it considers the value of this second proposition. Okay, so if P is true, Q is true, P implies Q is true. If P is true, Q is false, then P implies Q is false. Okay, and in the other cases, that is P is false, in that case Q might means Q may be true, Q may be false. This P implies Q is true only. Okay, it is logical implication. P implies Q. Getting? Then we have seen this logical equality already. Logical NAND operation is there. What is this NAND operation? NAND means what again? Not AND operation, means opposite of AND operation. What is that? Logical NAND operation. In AND operation, it was if P is true, Q is true, then P and Q is true. But in logical NAND, only that case is false, all other cases are true. If P is true, Q is true, then P NAND Q is false. And in other cases, that P is true, Q is false, P is false, Q is true, or both are false, the P NAND Q is true. Okay. Next is logical NOR operation. Same like NAND, NOR is opposite of OR operation. Okay. Then in that case, what it is? P and Q. If in our case, what it is? Either of the two propositions is true or both the propositions are true. Okay, P is true, Q is true, P or Q is true. But here in this case, P is true, Q is true, P nor Q is false. P is true, Q is false. In that case also P nor Q is false. If P is false, Q is true. In that case, P nor Q is false. And in the last case only, where the P or Q was false, here in P nor Q, when P is false, Q is false, P nor Q is true. Okay, it is exactly opposite of OR operation. NAND operation is opposite of AND operation. NOR operation is opposite of OR operation. What it is here? It is frequently useful to express a logical operation as a compound operation, that is, as an operation that is built up or composed from other operations. Okay, means here composite operations. Basic was these one, negation, conjunction, disjunction, conditional, biconditional. NAND is what? It is a composite operation. Why? Because two basic operations are combined here, not operation and operation. Getting? So it is a composite operation. Same with NOR. Many such compositions are possible depending on the operations that are taken as basic or primitive and the operations that are taken as composite or derivative. Basic operations are there, those are known as primitive operations, and the operations derived from those primitive operations are known as derivative operations or composite operations. In the case of logical NAND, it is clearly expressible as a compound of NOT and operation. Okay, like this. Then the negation of a conjunction. Okay, here are some laws. Those we are going to prove with the help of truth tables. The negation of a conjunction means what? Conjunction is P and Q, and its negation is negation P and Q. Here we can see negation P and Q. And the disjunction of negations. Disjunction of negations is what? P चं निगेशन काय आहे? निगेशन P. आणि Q चं निगेशन काय आहे? निगेशन Q. या दोघांचं OR operation can be tabulated as follows. Means what we have want to prove is with the help of truth table, this negation P and Q is equivalent to negation P or negation Q. Okay, here we can see P, Q. P and Q is true, false, false, false. Then negation P and Q is false, true, true, true. Opposite of this third column, it is the fourth column. Then negation P is here opposite of first column, means we write it like T, T, F, F, P as. The negation P we write it like F, F, T, T. Okay. Then we Q we write like T, F, T, F. The negation Q we write it like F, T, F, T. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to perform OR operation between these two columns, that is fifth column and sixth column. Okay, negation P or negation Q. We know the OR operation. Yes or no? Yes. Are you there? Can you listen me?
Yes, ma'am.
We know the OR operation.
Yes, ma'am.
If both are false, what will be there in the negation P or negation Q column? OR operation between these two. It will be false here. Okay. Then negation P and negation Q. Negation P is false, negation Q is true. Either of these two are true. So this value will be true. Then negation P is true, negation Q is false. Either of these are true. So the negation P or negation Q will be true. And in the last row, both are true. Negation P is also true and negation Q is also true. So we can write it like negation P or negation Q as true. Okay. So here we can observe that this column, that is negation P and Q, it is F, T, T, T. And the last column, that is negation P or negation Q, it is also F, T, T, T. Okay. We can see this column, fourth column and seventh column are both same. Are both the columns same?
Yes.
So we can write it like negation P and Q is equivalent to negation P or negation Q. Okay. Is it correct? We can prove it like this. Negation P, a negation of P and Q is equivalent to negation P or negation Q. Okay. In that case, both the columns are same. Okay. So we can write it like this only. Now we can prove like this also. Okay. Opposite of this, it is what? Negation of P and Q is equivalent to negation P or negation Q. Opposite of this also true, means what? Negation of P or Q. Instead of this AND operation, we'll take OR, and it is equivalent to negation P and negation Q. Okay, we have truth table for this. Negation of P or Q is equivalent to negation P and negation Q. Okay, P, Q, P or Q. In that case, negation of P or Q. It comes like this. P or Q is T, 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 F. And negation P or Q is opposite of this column, opposite of third column means what? F, 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 T. Okay. Then we have negation P and negation Q. Opposite of this first column is this one. Opposite of this second column is sixth one. Then again we have to perform AND operation between these two columns, fifth and sixth one. F, 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 T, T, F, and T, T. So all the 4 rows are there. We will consider like this, means AND operation between these two. Both are false, ANDing will be false. One is false, one is true. Here also one is true, one is false. The output will be false, and only the last one is there. Both are true. So this one, negation P and negation Q, will be true. So what we can call it as negation P or Q is equivalent to negation P and negation Q. Okay. Are you getting up to this? Yes, all of you. Are you getting?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we can move forward. Then what we have proved with the help of these truth tables, it is there in these sentences. Inspection of the tabular derivations or NAND and NOR under each assignment of logical values to the functional arguments P and Q produces the identical patterns of functional values for negation P and Q as for negation P or negation Q, and for negation P or Q as for negation P and negation Q. Means negation P and Q is equivalent to negation P or negation Q, and negation P or Q is equivalent to negation P and negation Q. Okay. Thus, the first and second expressions in each pair are logically equivalent and may be substituted for each other in all contexts that pertain solely to their logical values. Hereafter, we are going to prove some expressions. Okay. In that case, these equivalences we need, okay, for solving the expressions. Getting? Then the next term we have is well-formed formulas. What is there in well-formed formulas? Not all strings can represent propositions of the predicate logic. Those which produce a proposition when their symbols are interpreted must follow the rules given below, and they are called well-formed formulas of the first order predicate logic. Now see one by one what is it. Not all strings can represent propositions of the predicate logic. Now what is there in means predicate logic means mathematical logic that we are studying here. Okay. Then those which produce a proposition when their symbols are interpreted must follow the rules given below. There are some rules for constructing well-formed formulas, and that we are going to see in the next bit. We are going to see the rules for constructing well-formed formulas. A predicate name followed by a list of variables such as p, x, y, where p is a predicate name and x, y are variables, is called an atomic formula. Okay. Atomic formula, what is there as atomic formula? It is written like p, x, y, where p is that predicate. Predicate means again here proposition or statement that we are going to prove with the help of truth table. Okay, and x and y are its variables. Okay, and so pxy will be called as an atomic formula. What are the rules for well-formed formula constructing are here. In that, first is an atomic formula is a WFF, that is well-formed formula. Atomic formula means what again? Pxy. Okay, Pxy where the P is predicate or an atomic formula, or we can call it as a proposition. Okay, that is a well-formed formula. Example, we can take it like P and Q, P or Q, P biconditional Q, P implies Q. Like these examples are atomic formula, and those are well-formed formulas. Okay. Then the next rule is, if A is a well-formed formula, then negation A is also a well-formed formula. Okay. If A is their well-formed formula, then negation of that is also a well-formed formula. Means what? P and Q is well-formed formula, and negation of P and Q in bracket, negation of P and Q is also a well-formed formula. If A and B are well-formed formulas, then A and B, A or B, A implies B, and A biconditional B are also well-formed formulas. Okay, means what? For the negation, we have seen in the second rule. For other basic operations, that is AND operation, OR operation, implication, and biconditional. If A and B are the two propositions and well-formed formulas, then all these one with basic operations are also the well-formed formulas. That is A and B, A or B, A implies B, and A equivalent to B. Okay. Then any expression that obeys the syntactic rules of propositional logic is called a well-formed formula. Okay, what it is telling that any expression that obeys the syntactic rules of propositional logic. Okay, any expression that obeys syntactic rules means all these rules. Okay, these three rules that we have seen. Atomic formula is well-formed formula. If A is well-formed formula, negation A is a well-formed formula. And if A and B both are well-formed formulas, then these one A and B, A or B, A implies B, and A negation A biconditional B. All these are the well-formed formulas. Then here are some examples of well-formed formulas along with brief explanations how these formulas are formed in accordance with three rules of syntax. Okay, three rules are which one? A is atomic formula. Then if A is atomic formula, negation A is also atomic formula. And if both are atomic formula, that is A and B, then A and B, A or B, A conditional B, and A biconditional B. Okay. Then first formula here taken is A. Well-formed formula is A. Explanation is by rule 1. We know here the rule 1 is there, that an atomic formula is a well-formed formula. Okay. Then negation A. Why the negation A is again well-formed formula? By rule 2, since A is well-formed formula, then negation of A is also a well-formed formula. Okay. Then negation of negation A. What about this negation of negation A? Yes, it is also by rule 2 again. Since negation A is well-formed formula, taking negation of it again, it is a negation of negation A. Okay, it is also a well-formed formula. Then next example taken is negation A and B. It is different one. Negation is the sign only for proposition A. Okay, ending operation of done of B is done with negation A. Okay, means what? B and negation A, or we can write it like negation A and B. Okay, what it is like by rule 3, what it is doing? Yes, it is ANDing two propositions, that is negation A and B. Okay, it is ANDing operation of negation A and B. Now, what is there in the next example? Negation A and B implies to negation of negation C. Okay, again by rule 3, implication means A and B both are again here well-formed formulas. Then ANDing operation of negation A and B and implies negation of negation C. It okay. ANDing between negation A and B is implies to negation of negation C. It is also a well-formed formula because it is using all other things which are well-formed formula, and which connective is used there? Implication connective is used there. Same cases here. What the difference only is? Negation. Okay, negation of negation A and B implies to negation of negation C. Again, by rule 2, this is again a well-found formula. Getting this one, A and B, we are in this table. Negation of negation A and B implies negation of negation C. By rule 2, again it is a well-found formula. Why? Because this one is the well-found formula, and negation, if one statement is there which is uh, a well-found formula by rule 3, because the connective used is here implication. Okay, same case is there, implication is there, and the whole bracket is given as negation. Then what we have, the rule is, yes, if A is there, here we have seen the where A is well-found formula, then negation A is also well-found formula. Okay, then see what is here, negation of whole this bracket. It is like negation is taken here for whole this bracket. So by rule 2, we can say it like this is also a well-formed formula. Okay, then we can see what are non-well-formed formulas. Means we are clear when we are differentiating well-formed formulas which are there and which are not there. Okay, A negation, what it is, means it is denoted as wrong. Means we have negation A negation is not there. So it is not a well-formed formula. In parenthesis A only, that is also not a well-formed formula, because yes, it is not having any other operation. So why to means there is no any other proposition to compare with, means and operation, or operation, implication, by implication, nothing is there, only A is there in parenthesis, so it is not a well formed formula. Then A and in the third row we can see A and, it is also not having the second uh, proposition, so A and is also not a well formed formula. There is nothing at the right side. Then in the next example, A and B implies C. Here the parenthesis is wrong, means closed parentheses are two, but opening parenthesis is only one. That care should also be taken. So this also is not a well-found formula. And the last one is A and implies B. Again same, two operations are given there, but in that operation one is not having any type of variable, or means two operations should not be done with the help of two uh, propositions. Okay, at the same time we should have uh, only one operation between two propositions at one time only. Okay, so it's not also the well formed formula. Then what we have it as a tautology, contradiction and contingency. A proposition is said to be a tautology if its truth value is t for any assignment of truth values to its components. Okay. Example, the proposition P or negation P is tautology. Means what? Tautology means all the uh, truth values which are there are true in the last column. Okay, in the last column all values should be true, then that is known as tautology. Okay, you can see for P or negation P. Have you notebooks and pencil with you? Yes, are there any pencils and notebooks?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then go for this. Just take two values for P, true and false. When P is true, negation P will be false, and when P will be false, negation P will be true. Okay, so what will be there for P or negation P? Take the OR operation between two columns. Okay, we'll go for whiteboard in this case, so you will come to know. We have P, then we have negation P, and then we have is P or negation P. Okay. Then we will have two values for P. Those will be true and false. Okay. In that case, what a negation P will be? If P is true, negation P will be false. Are you getting this?
Yes, ma'am.
Then if P is false, then negation P is true. And now what we have it as? P or negation P. We have to take or operation between these two columns. That is true, false. Or operation will be yes. Can anybody tell? One of the two propositions are true. So or operation will be true. Same case is here. Okay. P is false, but negation P is true. So P or negation P is true. Okay. Now see this last column of the truth table. It is having true value in the last column. Yes. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So what it is a tautology. Okay. It is known as tautology. Okay. Now, what will be there for this one? If I want to add the column as P and negation P. Okay. P is true, negation P is false. Then what will be there for P and negation P?
False, ma'am.
Yes, correct one. It will be false. And in the second case also, P is false, negation P is true. Then what will be for P and negation P?
False.
False,
In
ma'am.
case false. Okay. So this last column is also having the value as false. Okay. False is there for the last column, that is P and negation P. So this will be called as contradiction. Okay. What this will be called as? Contradiction. Getting what is tautology and what is contradiction? If truth table
Yes,
is
ma'am.
if truth table is having in the last column all the values as true, then it is a tautology. And if all the values are false, then it is having the uh, means false values, then it is called as contradiction. So we have seen this one, tautology, contradiction. And what is contingency? A proposition that is neither a tautology nor a contradiction is called as contingency. It means in the last column it is having mixed truth values, true, false, whatever it is, then it is known as contingency. Here, these are given. The truth table is given here. That already we have seen with the help of whiteboard. 10 minutes or more there, so we can go for that. Then the next bit we have is the equivalence of formulas. Now, two logical expressions are said to be equivalent if they have the same truth value in all the cases. In all the cases, both are having the same truth value. Those formulas are known as, those two formulas are known as equivalent formulas. Okay. Then already we have seen negation of P and Q is equivalent to negation P or negation Q. Or we have seen the example of like negation of P or Q is equivalent to negation P and negation Q. That also we have seen already. So means we know the concept of equivalence of formulas. Okay. Sometimes this fact uh, helps us in proving a mathematical result by replacing one expression with another equivalent expression without changing the truth value of the original compound proposition. Okay, what it is saying, while solving the expressions or examples, we need to replace means we may need to replace one uh, expression with its equivalent expression. Okay. So we need to prove first the equivalencies of those two expressions. Then one way of proving that two propositions are logically equivalent is to use the truth tables. Okay, by truth tables we can see, means if both the columns are same, means left hand side and right hand side, the both the columns are same, in that case the two formulas are equivalent with each other. Okay, one method is that we are proving with the help of truth table. But this method is not always feasible, since the propositions can be increasingly complex, both in the number of propositional variables used and size of the expressions. This is not feasible always when we are dealing with truth tables. Means truth table occupy a long space. Means if the formulas are large, formulas to be proved are large, then we need to make larger columns, means more number of columns. If variables are also there, means for two variables we have to take 4 rows, for 3 variables we have to go for 8 rows, for 4 variables again we have to go for 16 rows. Means the size of truth table gets increased with the help, means when the number of variables increase and when the expression is large, in that case also it increases. Okay, so truth tables are not always credible. In this case, there needs to be a better way to prove that two given propositions are logically equivalent. That better way is to construct a mathematical proof which uses already established logical equivalences to construct additional, more useful logical equivalences. Okay, means what? Yes. आपल्याला काय करायचं असतं, फॉर्म्युला मोठे मोठे जे असतात त्या इक्विव्हॅलन्सेस प्रूव्ह करण्यासाठी आपल्याला काही बेसिक इक्विव्हॅलन्सेस असतात ते आधी प्रूव्ह केलेले असतात. ओके, ते प्रूव्ह करण्यासाठी ते जे काही फॉर्म्युलाज आहेत, जे काही लॉज आहेत ते ऑलरेडी एस्टॅब्लिश केलेले आहेत, ते आपल्याला इथे बघायचे आहेत. सम बेसिक एस्टॅब्लिश्ड लॉजिकल इक्विव्हॅलन्सेस आर tabulated as here. Equivalence is like this, and name of this identity or name of this law is given here in this table. What is there? P is any proposition. Okay, P and Q are taken propositions. Then if P is ANDed with true, it is P. Okay, whatever the value of P will be there, if it is ANDed with true, then it will give us the means it is equivalent to P. Okay, and what about P or F? OR operation with F. Okay, it is equivalent to again P. Why is it? Because means whatever the value of P will be true. Okay, if P's value is T and T, it will also be T. So P is T here. If P is false, false and operation T, that is false conjunction T, it will be false. Means P's value is false, so here it will also be false. Same case with this P or F. P is true and it is ORed with F, then whatever the value will be, that will be equivalent to P. If P is true, here in this it is ORed with F, then the result will be P only, that is true. Same with F. F or F, it is giving the value false. Means P is also false, and it is means if it is disjunction operation is performed with false, then it will give us the original operation, that is P. So what it will be known as identity loss. Means P and T is equivalent to P and P or F is equivalent to P. P is there. Okay, P is there, so it is known as identity law. Okay. The next is domination law. What is there in domination? P and F is equivalent to F and P or T is equivalent to T. Okay. Whatever the value of P will be, if it is ANDed with true, it will give us the false value. If P or T means whatever the value of P will be, true or false. If it is ORed with T, it will give us the T as a result value. So it will be known as, it is known as domination law. Then P and P is also equivalent to P and P or P is also equivalent to P. So it is known as idempotent law. The negation of negation P is equivalent to P, it is known as double negation law. Then P and Q is equivalent to Q and P. And P or Q is equivalent to Q or P. It is known as commutative law. Okay, commutative means we can change the places of P and Q with each other. P and Q can also be written as Q and P. Same with P or Q is also, we can write it like Q or P. Then P and Q and R is equivalent to P and Q and R. Same with P or Q or R is equivalent to P or Q or R. It is associative law. Okay, it is known as associative law. Then distributive law. What is there in distributive law? Here like this, P and Q or R is equivalent to P and Q or P and R. P and Q or P and R. Same with P or Q and R. P or Q and R is equivalent to P or Q and P or R. It is equivalent to P or Q and P or R. These are known as distributive laws. Means this P proposition is distributed in this Q or R and Q and R. Okay. Then De Morgan's laws, which we have already seen. Those rules are known as De Morgan's laws. Here, negation of P and Q is equivalent to negation P or negation Q, and negation P or Q is known as negation P and negation Q. These are known as De Morgan's laws. Then next is P and P or Q, which is equivalent to P again. P and P or Q, it is equivalent to P and it is known as absorption law. Same second one is P or P and Q. It is also equivalent to P. It is also known as absorption law. Okay, we can prove all this with the help of truth table also. You can go for absorption laws. Okay, these two absorption laws solve with the help of truth tables. We will come to know known as P and P or Q is equivalent to P, and P or P and Q is also equivalent to P. Then P and negation P is F, and P or negation P is true. That is known as negation law. Okay, it is known as negation law. All these are the equivalences related to basic operations that we have, means negation and or. Then we have this logical equivalence, which other means conditional and biconditionals. P implies Q is equal to negation P or Q. P implies Q is also equivalent to negation Q and negation P. P and Q is equivalent to negation of Q and Q implies negation P, like this. Okay, these are the equivalences. These are with implication, and these are with biconditional. Okay, biconditional we can also write it with the help of double arrow. Getting? Next link. Whose is the next lecture?
Group discussion, ma'am.
Okay. We'll see these 3-4 slides and then we'll stop, and in the next lecture we'll start with the new bit that we are having as tautological implication. All these are the equivalences which are already established. Means if we are solving this with the help of truth tables, we can see like these are the these two are already equivalent. Okay, now what we have to do is we will take the example show that negation P implies Q is equivalent to P and negation Q. Okay, now we'll see one by one. That is, this is the solution for this. We will solve this with the help of already established formulas that we have. That is, negation P implies Q is equivalent to negation of negation P or Q. Okay, negation P or Q using first law of equivalence of condition. What is there in that formula? Here we know P implies Q is negation P or Q, so we used here P implies Q च्या जागी आपण काय लिहिलं, negation P or Q using the first law of equivalence. Then we took this distribution, okay, negation of negation P and negation Q using De Morgan's law. We used here De Morgan's law. Negation of negation P and negation Q. हे जे निगेशन ऑपरेशन आहे हे आपण डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केलं. कशाला केलं? निगेशन P ला आणि Q ला. So in the second law, what it came as? Negation of negation P and negation Q. Okay, and what it became later is P and negation Q. Means by double negation we know negation of negation P is P and negation Q as it is. So we proved that negation of P implies Q is equivalent to P and negation Q. Okay, P and negation Q. Then another example we can see is negation of P or negation P and Q is equivalent to negation P and negation Q. We'll see one by one here. Here what we used is De Morgan's law. Okay, negation P or negation P and Q. Here we applied this negation on both these, on P also and this one, negation P and Q. Okay, then what it became? Negation P and negation of negation P and Q. Okay, this is one term and this P is second term, or operation between them, negation is there, so we can write it like negation of P and negation of this negation P and Q. Then it is equivalent to again negation P and we distributed this negation in these two, again using the De Morgan's law. Negation of negation P or negation Q. Okay, then using double negation law, this negation of negation P becomes only P. So negation P and P or negation Q. Okay, then we use here is distributive law. Okay, distributive law is again negation P and P or negation P and negation Q. Okay, this one, negation P and negation. Then what is there in negation P and P? We can use negation law there, and we know is negation P and P value is F. Okay, F or negation P and negation Q. Again we know, like by identity laws, ORing of truth value F with any operation gives us value true. So it is equivalent to, we can write it like negation P and negation Q. So we proved with the help of already established laws like De Morgan's law, distributive law, negation law, double negation law. We proved that this given negation of P or negation P and Q is equal to negation P and negation Q. Okay. The above examples could easily be solved with the using truth tables, but this can only be done for a proposition having a small number of propositional variables. When the number of variables grows, the truth table method becomes impractical. For a proposition having 20 variables, 2 raised to 20 rows have to be evaluated. I already told you, if any proposition will have 20 variables, then 2 raised to 20 rows are there in the truth table, and which is not actually feasible. So we use these already established formulas to prove the equivalences. Okay. Okay, all of you get this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we will stop here. I will take the presenting. All of you have got your roll numbers, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
So please tell me attendance. Roll number 1,
Present.
2. Who is not there? 3,
Present, ma'am. Present.
4.
Present, ma'am.
Who is present? 2 is also present.
Yes, ma'am. 2 I am present. I have a network problem. So
Okay.
lagging.
3 is present. 4 is also present. 5,
Present, ma'am.
6,
Present.
7, 8, 9,
Present.
10, 11,
Present.
12,
Present.
13,
Present.
14, 14 and 15.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. So 4 numbers are absent. 7, 8, 10 and 14. Is it right? 7, 8, 10, 14. Are you present? Okay. So here we will stop here. Tomorrow we are not having lecture in the timetable. Day after tomorrow we will have 2 hours session on Wednesday 9:30 to 11:30. So we'll take our next syllabus. Okay.
Ma'am, it is present, ma'am.
Sorry.
Ma'am, 8 is present.
8 is present. Okay, okay. I'll mark. Don't worry.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, we'll stop here. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
You're